Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I am your host, James Laney, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
Oh, you don't need no
And my-
happen on me.
And my co-host, Ryan Fahey.
What's up?
I fucking love that guy.
This is peak manhood.
That guy is just absolute good vibes.
Just
I don't know his name, but everyone knows the TikTok.
don't know, don't care.
Don't
Everyone
know,
knows.
don't care, but good to him for spreading the good vibes.
Speaking of spreading the good vibes, the Boston Celtics.
Great transition.
Oh yeah, look at that, dude! I can do it. Guys, I'm evolving. Actually, that was all right.
Anyway, Boston Celtics.
On a fucking tear, bro. They're since Christmas are the best team in the league, and like it's as far as defense, number one, defensive efficiency, number one.
Yep.
Offensive efficiency, or no, net efficiency, number one. They are fourth in rebounding. I think fifth in blocks. And there's one other stat, they're like top five. I forget what it is. They've been absolutely insane. The trade for Derek White is actually blew my mind at how, like, this dude's a Swiss Army knife at point guard.
Yep.
He's better than Schroeder. He's better than Smart. He's a better playmaker.
Smart's just a defensive guy.
But that's the thing. We arguably have the best defensive backcourt in the league with Derek White starting. I also like him off the bench as a six man if he doesn't start. I genuinely think he could facilitate an offense like by himself. This team is disgusting.
His
Jason
court
Tatum,
vision from off the rip was so apparent. It was insane.
Well, Derek White's a guy like if you don't follow the NBA, you really don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But like for if you keep tabs, he's a guy that everyone's like, okay, like he's clearly good enough to be here. He's clearly like serves a role, but I think it was an absolute steal of a player for us.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not saying they're playing bad. I agree with you. They're playing great. But how many times have we seen this movie?
No, I know.
How many times have we seen them going
no.
And the thing that upsets me, I wish it happened after the All-Star break because I feel like that break is going to kill their momentum. I just feel like we've seen this happen time and time again. And I'm going to bring up the example of the bubble. And I know that's so different. That is so different because of how big of a gap it was, and nobody was certain. Everything was different. But Jason Tatum was playing at an MVP level, and then he went right into the bubble, and he looked nothing like what he was.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're playing bad. I agree with you. I agree with everything you've said.
It was a little different.
And I understand that it is different,
actually,
but we've also seen where they go on these big stretches, and then they just, when it comes to the big
bubble,
games.
The bubble hindered us more than it helped us in the sense that the bubble helped the Lakers more than any other team.
Because it was an older team.
Exactly.
But that's what
we didn't need the pause.
And
the pause fucked us up.
And that's why I'm a little concerned about it being at the All-Star break that it happened. I wish it happened like right after, because then you wouldn't get that pause. I know it's only a week or so, or 2 weeks. I don't know exactly how big it is. But like comparatively to...
weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
It's 2 weeks.
So with the bubble, clearly it was months. Like that's totally different, different situation. But it's just that break. Are they going to come back exactly the same? They're a younger team, so like you said, it can kill their momentum, I think. And we've seen it so many times.
I don't know.
And I think they have all the talent in the world for a young team. I think I'm not saying they're going to the NBA Finals. I'm
saying we're contenders. They're my dark horse team right now.
I think that's a fair take. I think that is a fair take, but
like I don't have them as like the number one seed coming out of the East. I still think that's the Bucks. I still think that's the Sixers. I put ahead of them. The Raptors are pretty decent. Like there's a couple teams in the East that I
mean even the Nets. Nets once they get it all going, because you have just that much talent.
And like if Kyrie can play away games, like there's
that too. I have literally no statistical numbers to back this up, rather than I've just seen this movie before. That is it.
I'm glad it happened when it did, because there were some serious cracks starting to form on this team. Like this internally, you could see it was like really like a division was starting to form, and then the streak came, and then they all just seemed to be getting along.
Winning fixes everying. That's the go-to in sports.
I don't know if we could have went into the break.
Well, it's also
I don't know if we could have went into the break on a downslope like that, because what the All-Star Weekend really is, it's also able for the players to go and talk to other players, be like, hey, we have something here. Like, say if I don't know who's going to be a free agent coming up.
Join us.
On like
I know what you're saying, like a big name.
Like, those are the times when they go in there and then they start picking their brain, like, hey, we actually have like something happening here. If you join us, you might be the extra piece we're missing.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things. But like if Tatum went into that still on a losing streak, who knows if he wants to do that? I don't know if he does. I'm being completely honest.
Well, my biggest thing with the Celtics too is I didn't realize exactly how much had changed to start the season. Brand new head coach, the whole front office is getting rearranged, so it's a lot less player focused. Who did we kick out? Who was on the team?
I was going to say Brad Stevens. No, you're talking players. Brad Stevens got moved.
We had
players-wise, I mean Kemba,
Jeff Teague. Like there was a bunch of. There were a lot of pieces moving last year, and obviously
we got Al back, good veteran presence.
But to start the season, to go in the slump that we did, where Jason Tatum was missing a lot of shots, and we looked super stagnant, and then it was like Tatum and Brown rather than like Brown and Tatum playing together. It was very isolated. It took us. It took a little to gel, but now that we have, I think as far as like defense, our offense is pretty good, top 5, and then I think the defense, as far as like a starting lineup with Horford, Williams, Tatum, Brown. You could even throw it interchangeable with Derek White and Marcus Smart. I think we're the best defensive team in the league.
The best thing I've heard from All-Star Weekend, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, a year or so ago, one of them, they were in an interview saying like, oh yeah, like we're not best friends. And I even brought it up. I was like, that's kind of a concern. They were just kind of more like, hey, we respect each other. Where this year, they were interviewing Jason Tatum, and he said like, I don't get why people would want to break me and Jaylen Brown up. He goes, we're both under 25. Some of the best players under the age of 25. And he brought it up. He goes, I asked Jaylen Brown, he goes, do you want to be here? And Jaylen's like, yeah, I want to be here. He goes, do you want to be here? And Jason's like, I want to be here. So these guys both want to be here. They both realize that like we're going to be more successful together than we are apart.
Yeah.
And that made me happy because I didn't see that in the last few years where it's like they were more just respecting each other.
Well,
and I'm not saying they're best friends, but the fact they're on the same page where like they had that conversation of like, do you want to try to make something great here? Like, do you want to make Like, do you want something to happen while we're here?
Yeah.
That's what got me excited because
in that interview too, they were talking like Tatum was like, because obviously when we lost in that Game 7 to LeBron, and then he was talking how like that was kind of his big like reality check, like because they were young. Think about it, they're barely older than us.
That was Tatum's rookie year, right?
Yeah. And he was
like 1920,
and their mindset kind of on the whole thing was just like, or at least Tatum's was like, I got time. And he's like, I just blinked, and now I'm on, like, year 4 or 5.
He's a veteran now.
Yeah, and so he's just like, so it's kind of one of those, the learning curve, I think, for those two is out of the way. I think now the players they are the players we have. Like, they're still going to improve. They're still going to do
I don't think they're in their primes yet, which is beautiful.
I'm saying yes,
beautiful.
they are.
I think they're right there.
Yeah, this is it. Like, this we're going to see, like, this year in the playoffs is going to be like their first real, in my eyes, their first real crack at like, okay, this is what we got. It's you and me. Let's go do this thing.
I don't think we've seen the best Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum could be an MVP.
Which is fucking insane.
I think Jason Tatum could be an MVP one day.
Well, this playoffs is, I think, where we really separate the two of them. Where it's like, okay, well, you guys are both of age. You guys are both of the right mindset. And this is a fucking damn good team. Like, I genuinely like this team a lot. I don't think there's a better starting
I do too. I've just seen this movie so many times. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I'm right there with you. I still don't trust them. I don't trust this team because it's the Celtics and all they've done is just heartbreak city.
Well, think about it, because we've been collecting assets for years, and the biggest thing was like we're not doing anything with those assets. This is the first year we've traded quantity for quality.
Yeah, thank God, Brad.
It's about time.
Like, because for years we've been with Danny trying to go for the kill shot every trade. It's just like you can't do that.
Yeah,
you get away with it once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. It's just you can't have every trade you slaughter the guy you're trading with.
I mean, kudos for the ones he did.
Yeah,
thank you.
But how many did he miss on?
Yeah, how many trades did he miss on that? Like the trade that with the Pacers, we could have had Miles Turner, and then he also wanted like. It was like Miles Turner and someone else, but he wanted like I think it was also like McDermott or something like that, but they weren't offering McDermott.
He just kept. He wanted more.
He wanted the victory lap. Like
he tried draining the well.
Yeah, you can't have everything. We could have had Miles Turner on this team. We had Rob Williams and Miles Turner on this team.
Oh, that would have been good night. Good luck.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
That would have been the best defensive backcourt or front court. I like this team. This team's gonna. I genuinely like. They're my dark horse. I genuinely think
They're only
super
4.5 games out of the first place.
That's what I mean. They're the 4 seed right
Which
now.
that
but
does
it's
blow
totally
my
up for
mind.
grabs for the
Sixth.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no,
4 games. Like
But the East is all
East
pretty
is-
close.
yeah, they're all fucking
Miami,
right there.
Chicago, Philly, Cleveland, Milwaukee are in front of us.
Cleveland.
Cleveland's 4th.
Cleveland's gonna be fucking mental.
Cleveland came out of nowhere.
No, they didn't come out. They've been building. That's the thing with these franchises. The ones that take it slow, that understand like, oh hey, like this is we're in a rebuild. Like the Thunder. Holy fuck, the Thunder are gonna be probably the best team in the league in 2 seasons.
Well,
3 seasons. Even if they don't get LeBron, there's still the amount of fucking draft capital they have. Dude, there's the next like 3 seasons they have like 4 first-round picks.
So they can
piece.
either draft more young guys depending on the draft classes, or they can
just
trade them
package.
and get veteran players.
Yeah, they are gonna.
It's like I'm talking top tier veteran players, like a Dame Lillard maybe next year or something. And
Bro, their whole team is like 19 years old.
that's what I'm saying.
like
You can use some age. Like there's no problem with
What
getting
do you
in.
mean, breathe?
Literally.
Breathe. Someone give me a shot. Oh, Giddy.
Don't tell me to breathe.
Oh, Josh Giddy, I love you so much. That man's an absolute king. I love all of his videos. They're so ignorant.
They're so ignorant.
I have no
So-
idea who this is.
Josh
Josh
Giddey's
Giddey?
the shooting guard for. He's like the youngest guy since.
Oh,
or,
he has like 3 triple doubles
3
at 19.
triple-doubles, Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Dude's disgusting, actually.
It's so funny.
That team. The only thing the Thunder is missing is consistency. That's
Well, like
literally
you
it.
sa're
They're
young.
19,
You got to
yeah,
give them.
That's the point. But
You're basically looking at a D1 team right there
yeah,
because they're that young.
they're setting the example on how to do a rebuild. Like this isn't like tank for anything. They're just assets.
They didn't get a lot from L, but they had Russell Westbrook. They had Chris Paul. They had did they? Have
They
Chris
shipped
Paul?
them all off for picks. Yes.
Chris Paul was on that team,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so far back and weird to think about. That doesn't even seem real.
Chris
to me.
Paul has hopped around.
I know,
last,
but
like,
that just
5
doesn't even
years.
seem real to me.
Oh,
I
what
know.
was that stupid stat that had us like mind blown the last time? Oh, it was something.
Oh,
with
last time
Westbrook.
Klay Thompson played,
That's what it was.
and it
yeah.
was like all.
Westbrook was on the fucking Thunder.
It's like, dude, he's been 3 other teams since then. What is going on?
Yeah.
LeBron was on the Cavs. I think
Life was
Kawhi
good.
was on the Spurs.
Life was good.
What a different time.
That is crazy. Yeah, it's just. I mean, hey, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't trust the Celtics team because then they had that winning streak and then they lost to the Pistons.
Yeah, but
You can lose, and I get like that's a game they should have won. That's a game they should have won. But I'm not like
We
I'm not
lost
gonna
by
knock
1.
them. I'm not gonna knock
We
them.
had the
Worst
last
team
possession.
in the league.
yeah, but
Anybody can win one game.
But they're not. So here's the thing, though. They're not. They're not the worst team.
What they give up? 100 what?
13
104 to 103. But we lost.
Fucking Pistons.
They're not, dude.
That's
100.
You're allowed to drop one once in a while. I'm just
not when you're on a streak. You can't lose it. You can't lose a streak to that.
Yeah, but the Pistons
That's
aren't
almost
like. There's,
unforgivable.
bro, there's good pieces there. The problem with the Pistons is they're also young. Like Cade's good. Isaiah Stewart's good.
Yeah,
Sadiq
Cade-
Bey's good. Killian Hayes is.
a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win with 19 and 20-year-olds.
Do they have Grant? Jeremiah Grant? I think they do.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know the Pistons roster that well.
So that's what I mean. They're not an awful team. They're just way farther on the timeline. Like if we got blown out, then I'd be like, okay,
No.
that's a
All right,
fucking.
I
Problem.
mean, fair enough, but I still think that's inexcusable.
That's one shot. It's a
Well,
one-shot
if
loss.
they lose again to fucking like Houston by like 20 points, I'd be like, okay, this streak is over. I opened my mouth too soon. Fuck.
Well, it's a big test coming up on Thursday, playing the Nets.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Is
big
Ben
one.
Simmons playing?
Probably.
I'm interested to see how that will work. I think he'll work well there because he doesn't have to shoot, and you'll have 2 great scorers in Kyrie and Kevin Durant.
Such a whiny bitch.
Oh no, the team as like a whole,
Also,
like
they have Seth Curry
ego
now,
wise, is so.
Also,
Yes.
that actually, let's talk about that trade for a second. That trade, really good for both teams, in my opinion.
I
Yeah,
think
think the
Harden.
Nets-
I think Harden and Embiid are going to be electric, and I think Ben Simmons, if they can keep all their emotions together.
I think the Nets won.
I mean,
It
the
depends on
76ers now got rid of a guy that wasn't even playing.
It depends on what
for
the Sixers
James
get
Harden.
out of Harden. It depends. If they get like peak Harden, I think that's just like a.
I see him and Embiid playing very well
I-
together.
too.
It's
I've never-
like a
But
worse
the-
version of Kobe and Shaq.
I've never been
There's a lot of egos there, though.
Worse. Notice how I said worse. I just want everyone to realize I'm not going to say they're going to go three-peat. They're not. But I'm just saying.
I've never been a big fan of Harden. I think Harden, as far as like ego, is probably one of the worst in the league. Like, think about it, dude. He forced Chris Paul out of Houston. He forced himself out of Houston. He forced Russ out of Houston. And he does it in the most, rather than like just being like, hey, no, I don't want to do this anymore or anything like that. Like, he was just as bad as Simmons, in my opinion.
Yeah, like
dude, he wore a fucking fat suit.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no way he was actually that
Dude,
big.
he wore a fat suit.
He had to.
I like, really? We're doing it? And even if you didn't, you just let yourself get out of shape so they'd be forced to trade you?
I give him the only thing I give him a little break on is...
And then his playoff performances are abysmal, bro. He has one of the worst, as far as like a star in this league, as far as like a top 5 player in this league, his playoff performances are god-awful. They're pure trash.
I think it was just 2 whiny players traded for each other. I think they both fit their new system better. Because...
Ben Simmons, I think, fits that team way better than Harden.
Oh, way better.
Well, and like as much as I hate Ben Simmons, the fact that you need a guy who's going to do all the other things other than score. That's what
you can
Ben
do that.
Simmons
You can
is.
get away with it on that team because
That's
once
exactly.
again you have literally Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving,
That's
2 of the best scorers in the game.
And then to get Seth Curry to just add more range.
Yeah.
That's like, you seen the other night? He went off for like 4 in a row.
Yep.
And it was like he totally willed his team back into the game.
He's not a bad player.
No,
he's
it's
just
Seth
he
Curry.
just happens to be Steph's brother, so nobody really talks about him as much.
And to get picks, bro. I think the Sixers gave up too much, but I also get you have to trade Simmons, so it's one of those. I don't hate it.
Do you see the hug the GM gave Harden when Harden landed at the?
Grab his ass.
No, he just hugged him like he just got out of Rikers. He's like, I haven't seen you in years. Just, just
Thank you.
bear hugged him. I'm like, dog, what? I'm like, you need to relax. Like he's done. All he did was step foot in Philly. He didn't do anything yet. Dude, oh my god, I watched it. I watched it like 7 times in a row. I'm like, what is?
They are going to be scary though. If we get prime Harden, Embiid's playing MVP.
That's why I
Right,
think
so
he
it's
will,
like-
because I think Embiid's going to be like, listen, I dealt with a little whiny bitch already, and I think Ben Simmons is more of one than Harden, but it's like,
Embiid will go at his neck too.
Good.
Like I just know because Embiid's that type of dude. He don't give a shit. Like if he sees it, he'll fucking call it out.
Well, you want to talk about a guy where it's like a blink of an eye. Like Embiid's not super young anymore. Like I get he's in his prime playing at MVP, but like you
He's
said earlier, with
27, 28.
which don't get me wrong, he's still young, but it's not like, oh, I'm 20, I just got in the league, I have so much time.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're talking 7 years in, and you haven't even made it to the NBA Finals. Where he's like, okay, like Father Time is like it's gonna come one day, so I need to start winning now. If I want to win multiple championships. Embiid's one of those guys that can,
27.
but he needs.
He also don't forget
27.
he also missed a whole season.
Exactly. Like this guy, he's running. I don't want to say he's running at a time, but
Oh, the Gus bus. He's out of gas.
what?
You ever seen Benchwarmers? Bet he knows what that's from.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, but not for like years.
I am 12.
I am 12.
Oh, okay. No, I know that. I don't even know what I was saying.
That's my favorite fucking scene.
I don't even know what I was saying. Embiid's good.
So my gay. You know my gay. I don't know the words.
You guys got me so
I don't know
lost
Spanish.
right now.
gasolina.
I'm so lost right now.
It's supposed to be the background
I don't even know. I don't even.
Actually, you know what? Since we're here, fuck it. Speaking of movies, I tweeted something last night at 2 a.m.
Okay.
He knows.
We stopped drinking at like 11.
Oh, I know. But I tweeted that The Longest Yard might be Adam Sandler's best work. And I stand by that.
I don't know, dude. Happy
What would
Gilmore is such a
I
classic.
would put it over that.
In what aspects?
Just the entirety of the movie. It's just
It's a good movie. I love the movie.
it's like a funny. It's actually kind of serious.
I'm
Yeah.
really thinking about it.
It's weird because like so Adam Sandler,
Great actor.
great actor. He went through like just a lot of. He basically played the same character in different movies.
Right.
And then there's like The Longest Yard where he has to be a little more serious. He went from a bunch of comedy when he was younger, and now he's in a lot more serious movies, like Uncut Gems, The Cobbler.
Oh, Uncut Gems is a weird one for me.
Never watched it, but
It's
like
a lot of people like
the new basketball one that he's coming out with LeBron James, Hustle or something.
Yeah.
That looks phenomenal. I'm sure there's some comedy in it
I have
because
not seen any trailers for this.
it like they have actual NBA players in this movie and whatnot. It's pretty.
Kevin Garnett was in the last one.
But I'm saying LeBron is also producing this with Adam Sandler, so it's a whole. Either way, it's just interesting that he went from such comedy because there's one point where Adam Sandler was just coming out with crap. He went through phases like, okay, I need to change this up because this isn't working anymore.
I agree with that take. I think Longest Yard is still his best.
I absolutely just
It's not his best class. I think Happy Gilmore's
Bro,
his
he's
best
worked with a
classic.
lot of professional athletes now.
Michael Irving,
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett.
Michael Irving was like, what year did that Longest Yard come out? Because Michael
I don't
Irving
know.
looked young as
Had to
shit.
be early 2000s.
Is that when he like?
When did The Longest Yard come out?
Is that when he like retired?
Yeah, 2005.
No, Michael Irving was not in the league then.
No, I
2005.
was reading just when it came out. That's
No,
the year.
no. I'm thinking because like he looked
He looked mad young. Well, 2005 is
because like
It doesn't say.
series of bitch.
it's good.
It's just he went to the U. That's what it told me.
It's
That's
so it's
what we
just-
got out of this.
Because looking at the like supporting cast, Michael Irving, Nelly. Everyone just forgets Nelly was the running
Yeah,
back.
Nelly was the running back.
Nelly was the
Was
running
Mike-
back. What?
Was Dick Butkus in that movie?
I don't know. I know Burt Reynolds was in it. And then like just go through the WWE superstars that are in the movie too. Stone Cold's in that. Kevin Nash is in it. Goldberg's in it. The Great Khali.
You
is
know
in it.
way more WWE stars than I do.
I know.
Holy
After
fuck.
Stone Cold, I was like, "What's going on?"
Actually, Kevin Nash was the
Was Stone Cold the one who said that's how a white man runs a football?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
that
he's
was
gotta
Stone
smash
Cold.
his beard.
Christian
That was Stone Cold.
McCaffrey
And then,
after every play.
Kevin Nash was the guy that they replaced his steroids with estrogen, and he started with it was in the cheerleaders. That was Kevin Nash. Actually, one of the best performances in that movie was
love-
him. He's hilarious.
What
He's like
about
7 feet
Joey
tall.
Diaz is in that movie.
Yeah, Joey
Joey
Diaz,
Diaz
is in that
is
movie.
in
I mean, he's not an athlete, but
You motherfuckers better not cut me.
he's just on the ground. You see his whole
Get a
stomach.
Can of corn, I'll be fine.
That's one of my favorite fucking movie quotes ever. Can of corn.
Tracy Morgan's in that movie.
Tracy Morgan's funny.
The entire movie is just phenomenal.
I think that's top tier Adam Sandler movie. Yeah,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
a simple story. It's simple.
And that guy, sorry, I broke
good
into
acting.
your toy. That guy was a MMA fighter. He
Who?
was,
A lot of big names.
Which one?
he was, I'm sorry, I broke into your toy. That guy?
Oh wait, the big black guy,
Yeah.
the lineman there.
Yeah.
He broke his nose.
The one
he
who
broke
go-
my nose.
The one who goes down in his 3-point stance like this.
He's fucking.
He's an
huge.
MMA fighter.
He's an MMA fighter.
Holy crap!
Or was.
Was.
Yeah. But no, yeah, that was an MMA
My
fighter.
God, he could kill somebody.
Yes. Yes. I do love like the Great Khali was like the guy that like was the maximum security like prisoner.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
That guy's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, which like they made him look like he could move. He couldn't when he like wrestled. He had so many back surgeries. He was just up there like a walking pegboard. Just
Help me.
literally, that's what he would sound like. Just starts swinging his hand. I'm like, what is happening?
No, I can agree with that though. I think Longest Yard is Adam Sandler's best work. Grown Ups is good though.
I would
Grown Ups
stand
is
by
like
that.
a more modern classic of his.
First of all, Grown Ups was
Jack.
just
That's another one. Yeah,
Grown Ups was Adam Sandler taking his friends out on vacation, and then they just made a movie out of it.
and I respect it.
I do
Every
too.
Bro,
step
that's
of the way.
that's
I
the
do
whole
too.
Happy Madison company. That's literally him.
It's Adam
Dude,
Sandler. Is what
That's
he does.
Adam, dude. That's Adam Sandler being like, "Hey, I'm just gonna film all this, and I'm gonna take my friends with me," and it worked.
Here's the basis of what we need to get done today.
You know what though? I cannot. Kevin James is, I think, one of the few that's like broken out of there. Where I'm like, okay, I don't like just focus you on like just being a part of it. Like David
Well,
Spade.
it
If I see
just-
David Spade in any fucking movie, I'm just like, oh, that's just
It's Adam's buddy.
David. Yeah, that's just. Like I can't see him act anymore. Like I'm at the point now where I'm like I've seen you do so many roles. Like now I just
Joe
know you're
Dirt.
acting. Literally.
That's a classic one of his.
Dude.
Actually, oh dude,
Tommy Boy. Oh God, can you imagine if Chris
Actually-
Farley was still alive?
He
No,
would have been the funniest one out of all of them. He would have been
Easily.
the most fun, like easily the most famous.
you know what? I
Easily.
take that back. I think so. Adam Sandler produced all the Happy Madison films, regardless if he was in them. Correct?
That's
if
yeah,
that's-
like that's his company.
If that's the case, I think Benchwarmers is my top tier Adam Sandler movie.
Interesting.
He wasn't in it, but
No, if you're talking about acting, then that.
But that's all
doesn't
the-
count.
that's
But
all
if
the same.
What he produces, I think we're
If he
talking about
produced
his
it, yeah.
movies, like of acting wise.
because I could fucking quote that movie start to finish right now.
Dude, I just love.
He
Happy
just did
Gilmore.
that steroid free. What steroids? Something that makes your pee-pee smaller. It must be steroids and macaroni. Duh.
What do you itching?
You just lost your membership at Video Spot. Dang it.
I haven't seen this movie in so long.
Oh god, that's so funny. Oh, what was the other one?
Clark,
What
why
was
don't you just get your license? You know, my mom said I should wait one more year, wait for my reflexes to fully develop.
It's so funny.
Clark, let it go. Just headphone users, we're gonna put a thing on the screen.
What happened? What happened to that guy? Because then he was in Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell, and then I've just
Yeah.
never seen him again.
Oh, the guy eating sunblock?
Yeah.
Wasn't
no,
he-
that's Nick Swartzen.
He was in.
Nick Swartzen became the new.
Oh,
Rob Schneider.
Clark. Yeah, I don't know what
Clark.
happened to Clark. He wasn't Blades of Glory, and that was that. He's clearly not
Not a good actor.
Well, he was phenomenal in that fucking movie. He was absolutely.
What are you itching your brain? Yeah, because it's huge.
I haven't seen this movie in so long.
I'm glad you got over your fear of the moon. Or no, of the sun. How's the moon treating you? Not a fan. It's the sunblock. Dude, that movie's fucking top tier.
I will never watch it with you.
That's my
I
Miata.
watched it with you
Get
one
him.
time, and
Dude,
you
I
quoted it the whole time.
the whole
After 5 minutes, I'm like, Kyle, I'm gonna turn this off if you don't shut up.
I know every word. Like, I'm not even kidding.
It's not fun. It's
Be
not
out
fun watching
yesterday.
it with him.
Dude.
Oh, that means good game in Scandinavian.
Oh god.
Marty, I'm a split early, all right? I don't even know who you are. Bros before hoes, dude. I know the whole movie.
Fuck's sake. I had to bring it up. I had to bring up that tweet. I had to.
Why'd you tweet that at 2?
Because he was
I was
watching it
watching
last
it.
night.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
why. I think it's recency bias because he just watched it.
No, but it's
But like it's like
Still
I was,
good. Still
But I was
good.
watching it and I was like, I would so watch this over Happy Gilmore. And I
You know-
love Happy Gilmore.
You know what would make it better?
364 more days of hockey draws. Gotta get tougher.
Oh, Happy
They were
Gilmore.
all in copper fit. That would make that movie just
Oh,
a little
God.
bit better.
I brought this up. Copperfield made me think of Jerry Rice. I said this to Ryan this morning because Jerry Rice
Because this
played
is
till
how
he
his
was.
brain works. He knows nothing else other than sports. Go on.
So Jerry Rice played till 42. Could you imagine if Tom Brady and Jerry Rice were on the same team their whole career? I know it's two different eras, but imagine if they had a duo of a quarterback wide receiver for 20 plus years.
This is the second thing he said to me after Good Morning.
It really was.
Hey, good morning. Can you imagine Jerry Rice and Tom Brady played at the same time for the same amount of period on the same team?
What?
I was like, James, I didn't even poop yet.
Yeah. Ryan just opened his eyes. He goes, I can't even tell if that's you yet.
Dude, you know what's wild? I think I hallucinated a little bit last night. I
Okay.
went to go get water.
I heard
And
this.
I went to get water. This was maybe 3 a.m. You were laying here,
What?
No,
but
was
but-
not.
this wasn't here. There was a couch there, and there was a pull-out couch, and you were on the pull-out bed.
No
You were
way.
right here.
I want you to
weren't
know
asleep.
I don't own any of those things.
Right. I got a water. I know it happened right here.
What did you have?
Kyle, I don't
yesterday?
have water in the fridge.
No, water right there.
Oh.
Whatever you're smoking, I want.
I
would
didn't.
like some.
I didn't. It's
Either way, you
crazy.
didn't even react to my Tom Brady Jerry Rice take.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I don't. A lot of fucking die. It'd be cool. I
Thank
guess,
you.
but,
That's all I'm looking for. I'm just like, how
it'd be
legendary.
nifty.
How legendary would that be?
I mean, yeah, it'd be
We
wild.
talk
but
about if Kobe and Shaq played together their whole careers. This is the level of
I'm sorry.
status I'm talking about.
it's a what if versus a hallucinate something.
I literally, it was so vivid, and then I just laid back down.
We're not talking about it. That's okay.
I don't think so.
I don't even like talking about sports.
Yeah,
Watch this get a lot of views too. For what reason?
It's gonna.
We
It's
just-
gonna. Get
I
a
love
shit-
Adam Sandler.
It's gonna
we
get a
just-
shit ton of views for.
We're
the-
just gonna
all the bench warmer
we're not
quotes.
even gonna turn it into a sports podcast anymore. It's just gonna be a podcast. We're just
gonna
gonna
be-
come in, sit down for an hour, and then talk about nonsense.
3 men throwing shit at a wall, seeing what sticks.
That
shit.
should be an actual segment.
Welcome back to 3 men.
I'm
throwing
going
shit
with
at a wall,
raw
seeing what
spaghetti.
Oh, I just
Show
meant,
me the board.
I just meant actual shit we throw at a wall.
No.
Actually,
whose shit sticks longer?
Joke's on you. I eat nothing but string beans and carrots. It's
I had a lot of beans last night.
gonna be straight fiber.
This one's not together.
I put mine in the freezer. Doesn't stink at all. Just a quick.
Every day we stray further from God.
I saw that photo. It was just Perry the Platypus. It was great. It was just that was the caption.
Bro, Phineas and Ferb is a top tier show. I don't care what you. All ages. You can't tell me that
It's
show's
good.
not, you can't tell me it's not funny as fuck.
It's funny.
It's okay. It's not that. I wouldn't say it's like funny.
You know what I did
Homie,
there?
I watched that till I was 15, 16. I'd come home sometimes. My dad would put Phineas and Ferb on.
I mean, I still watch SpongeBob to this day.
The only thing funnier than SpongeBob is the memes.
Oh,
Once they came out with the memes with SpongeBob, it was over.
it wasn't just that. Well, now they're like, if you watch like the newer episodes,
No.
now they're like making it so like you can make a meme out of it. It's so clear
Oh, that
because like they're
sucks.
making them like way over the top. Where if you pause
Yeah.
it, he'll look like, and it's like, oh, Mondays, and it's just like,
That's
Monday.
grr, Monday, money.
SpongeBob's top tier. That's undefeated.
It's literally undefeated. There's
It's-
nothing better than it.
It'd be the tier of the Goofy Goober.
Do you know they were actually after the first SpongeBob movie? They were supposed to that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be the end. Bada bing, bada boom, over.
Oh, the whole thing?
That was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be like the end of SpongeBob.
That would have been a good way to go out. Just right on top of David Hasselhoff's ass. Right
Hey
on top
Ryan,
of his ass.
our producer.
Oh, yeah.
Our producer's just
Our
showing up.
producer-
Better late than never,
Hey,
buddy.
what's going on?
Look at this guy.
Well, I guess that's all. Anything else?
I don't know.
I think so.
This episode was nothing but pure fucking spitballs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
well,
get the Celtics in.
our agenda-free,
Alright, yeah, that's fair,
free episode. Well,
Ryan,
Ryan,
you're gonna like this one, I think.
Ryan just threw me for a whirl.
I had a feeling too. I heard the door open. I'm like, it's definitely not. I'm like this.
He
guy-
didn't even knock.
Like, that's
Didn't
gotta
even
be-
knock.
I saw the shadow under the door. I'm like, yeah, he's.
Well, thanks.
We didn't have the recording sign on.
Oh, the recording.
Where's the basketball hoop with
Where's
the note with the recording written on paper on it? Where is it?
No, but
Threw it away.
Oh, it's gone. It's good.
Well, thanks for joining us here on Sports on Tap today. If you like what we're doing, you can share, comment, like, tell your friends, tweet about us, all that fun jazz.
Show me because
We will see you next week.
Whoa, whoa.